Hello, hello. Welcome to Making It with Mandaline. This is episode 2. If you have ever felt like you have too many ideas, but no clear path forward, this video is for you. Most entrepreneurs I talk to who are new usually or newer don't actually need a better idea. They need a direction. And today I want to talk about why that distinction changes everything. So, the real problem is idea overload. It feels productive to watch all the coaches, to get online and get all the freebies, to sign up for all the email lists. Who's done that? I've certainly done that myself. Um, and then you have all of these different things and you get paralyzed. You have this paralysis. And I think that really smart, creative entrepreneurs are especially vulnerable to this because we have so many ideas of our own. We want to try all the things. We have all these, new things percolating all the time. My husband will say to me, can you please just finish one of your projects before you start another project? Can we please have a few things that are done before we start on a new thing? Because I've always just got all these ideas coming up, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it can slow you down when you're trying to scale your business and or start your business. And another thing that I see a lot is people who feel like they aren't ready, and this was me for so long because they are still researching. Like they think I need another course, I need another mentor, I need another um, you know, book, like another ebook I need to read. I need to get a certification of some kind. And you know, I say this with love because this was me for a very long time. That's really just avoidance in a different guise. It's keeping yourself safe because you haven't started yet, right? You know, you're researching. You can't start because you still have to learn all this stuff. What does that do for you? It keeps you safe, right? You're safe because you don't have the fear that you're going to fail because you haven't done anything yet, because you have to do all this research. So it's just something that keeps you in your comfort zone. And, you know, you're not really behind when you're doing these things. You're trying to keep every door open, but you might not realize that that is actually keeping you from doing the thing you really want, from gaining what you would really like. Now, when I first started my business, I told you in my last episode about my husband's accident and how I had to make money right away. And I was just doing anything I could to make money. And that scattered energy was with me for a long, long time, a lot longer than I really would like to admit. I was, doing freelancing. I was trying to sell things on eBay. I, for a while, was in a network marketing company that sold natural beauty products. Um, I got actually very high. I climbed very high in that company. I got to the top 5% of that company worldwide. And then the founder died, and the company was sold to a large corporation that shut the network marketing part of it down. So then I was out of actually not just one job, but two jobs because I had also been doing freelance graphic design for their parent company because it was near our house. So I lost both of my jobs at once. And when that happened, I was kind of casting around for something new to do. And the parent company did um they did invite me to work in their um, retail stores, but I just didn't really want to go back to a a job for a 9 to 5, a corporation. I had gotten used to having my own, setting my own schedule, running my own business. So I um was kind of just, not kind of at loose ends. Well, around this time, we visited my grandparents, and my grandparents were cleaning out their closets, and I was helping them. And I we came across this garbage bag, and it was full of dolls, and these were dolls from the 50s that had belonged to my mother, and they were all broken. And we were going to throw them out, but then my grandfather said, do you want to try to do something with these? And I thought, my mother is super, super into dolls. I thought I majored in art. I should be able to fix these dolls. I'll learn how to do it. I'll fix these dolls and I'll give them to her. She'll be really happy about it. So I started bidding on eBay for parts for this one doll. This doll is called Tiny Betsy McCall. She's from 1957. And my mother's doll, the eyes had like fallen back in its head and it was missing half of one of its legs. So I just needed a doll with eyes and half of a leg that I could use. And I was bidding on these broken dolls, and they were just as broken as my mother's doll, but they had the parts I needed. So I'm bidding on them, and I kept getting outbid. I couldn't believe what these dolls that were broken were selling for. And I thought, I wonder what these dolls are worth if they're not broken. Turns out they are worth a lot of money, a lot. And that right there was like an epiphany for me because these dolls were selling for more than anything I'd ever sold online before. And I learned, so I could see that this was a valid idea. I could see that this was something people were making money from. And so I taught myself how to repair dolls, and I started repairing dolls and reselling them. And then I started writing a blog about reselling dolls and how I was fixing them. And because people started to message me and want to know how did you do that? How did you fix it? So then the blog became like a teaching blog on how to do doll repair. And this just escalated over the years, this one idea. Once I had the one idea, my business really expanded because I was selling dolls. I started to sell parts to fix the dolls because people were asking where I got the parts. So I was selling doll supplies. Then I started actually writing tutorials and books and things and selling those and kits to fix dolls with supplies in them. And it just gave me this multifaceted business once I had focused on the one idea. So it feels really limiting to people at first when you say, for now, let's just focus on one platform, one place you're selling, one idea, one either product or niche. And people think I can't do that. I won't make any money. But the fact is, yes, you will make probably more money when you have focused in. And then later you can add more things. So I started with just dolls and then added doll supplies and then added tutorials and things. And I didn't do them all at once because when you're trying to do everything all at once, your energy is too scattered. You're too all over the place. So, I didn't, and I want to reiterate that I didn't pick the best idea that I had. I picked something that I could see was going to work because I validated it by seeing what was working for other people. So, once you have your direction and you've narrowed it down, then you can really start to create momentum in your business because you're focusing on that one direction and it's pushing you forward. So that's the difference. And I just want to go through that. That's the difference between an idea and a direction. So when you are thinking of what should I be doing, instead of trying to think of all these great ideas, instead pick your direction that's going to be your direction for the future, for the foreseeable future until you've met your income goal. That's the framework. You have your one audience, you have your one primary way that you serve your audience, you have your one container. Now, sometimes people feel very uncomfortable when they want to niche down or they want to choose a niche. And that often shows up with people saying, I'm gonna think about this. I've got to think about this. I'll decide later. And I just want to give you a little bit of advice, which is that you're not going to get clarity from more and more and more thinking. You're going to get clarity from choosing a direction and starting to move in that direction and sticking with that direction long enough to see that there are some results. Now, if you want help with this, I have a call that you can get on. You can use the link below. And I'm also hosting a summit. It's called the Online Income Playbook Summit, and the link will be below for you to register for that. We are bringing together so many experts in different areas to help you see some possibilities of different ways that people are making money online and what you might want to do. So it can really help you choose the direction you're going to want to go in. And then a lot of things to help you once you've chosen your direction with the marketing and everything. So make sure you uh, get those links in the description. Um, Book your call if you want some help with this one-on-one help. And again, I just want to thank you for being here. Hit like and hit subscribe, and we'll talk again soon.